Hello, internship class. It's Steve. I hope that you're doing really well. This video is just going to review some of the topics and themes that we covered in this course that may be useful to you as you conceptualize your final project that is due the end of week number 7. So I'm going to just click on View All Announcements on the course page. And we're going to take a look just at a couple of the themes and topics that we introduced to you throughout this course. So week number 1, we talked about the different types of learning goals. There was a video right here that discusses the different types of learning goals. So each of you, of course, have learning objectives for your internship, and you want to really be looking at your internship objectives as you approach the final project. And going back a little bit, so we're going to take a look at a couple other things. So more recently, we talked about the different internship developmental stages. And hopefully you watched this video that talks about the different internship stages. Maybe as part of your final project, you want to mention what developmental stage that you've reached and what is the evidence that you've reached that specific developmental stage. Thinking about the learning dimensions of your internship, education versus performance. So this is another way, again, to conceptualize your final project. What have you learned? How has that been quality in terms of your performance? And we talked a lot about challenge in this course, so thinking about the different ways that you've been challenged and how has this experience adjusted your comfort level with challenge. So earlier, I think last week, or might have been 2 weeks ago, we presented you with this challenge progression continuum. So again, another topic or theme that you want to maybe devote some attention to. We introduced you a little bit to experiential learning theory here, the different stages of experiential learning theory, or the cycle of experiential learning. And again, another theme that you might want to think about. You can also go back and look at this intern self-check, mid-semester or mid-session self-check that we were asking you to do, kind of a self-assessment. We have a whole video on challenges and growth here. If you haven't reviewed it, you probably want to go back and do it. Here are some examples of common internship challenges. So maybe, again, you did a whole discussion and reflection on growth and challenge and success. So perhaps in either of those 2 items you discussed challenge, but here again are some challenges that you can go back and look at. And you want to also, one final item is to think about reflection and critical thinking as it applies to your internship. We gave you some practical ways to practice or integrate reflection into your internship experience. But then we also talked about the 5 C's of internship reflection. Again, if you haven't watched this video, please go ahead back and do so. And we talked about some processing and reflection questions that you can be thinking about throughout your internship experience. And then finally, the theory to practice model. So in both, I think it was early on, might have been week 2 and 3, we had you examine or apply theoretical concepts or principles from your academic coursework to your internship experience. All of these topics and themes that I'm discussing right now are very meaningful to creating an effective final project. In another video, I'm going to give you a guide to the final project rubric and guidelines that will hopefully be helpful to you as well. So thank you so much for listening. Take care.